This video introduces the general topic of the environmental impact of food choices. It will be important to highlight how everyday decisions about food can significantly affect the environment. The environmental impact of vegetable production, highlighting the risks associated with intensive farming. Intensive farming practices contribute to soil degradation and air pollution through the excessive use of chemical fertilizers and the emission of greenhouse gases. The environmental consequences of vegetable cultivation, such as the consumption of natural resources, deforestation, and the threat to biodiversity caused by intensive agriculture. Many of the negative impacts on the environment result from the use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers in agriculture. Natural fertilization is a sustainable method of supplying nutrients to soil and plants. The use of organic compost and other sources of organic matter can improve soil fertility and reduce dependence on chemical fertilizers, thus promoting soil health and environmental sustainability. This last step describes the processing stage that transforms vegetable raw materials into consumable food products. It will be important to highlight how the processing of vegetables can vary depending on the final destination of the product, and how this can influence the overall environmental impact of production. The first fundamental step in vegetable production is agriculture. It is important to emphasize how intensive practices and the excessive use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers can compromise soil health and biodiversity, leading to long-term negative consequences for the environment. Sustainable alternatives to intensive agriculture, such as organic farming, permaculture, and regenerative agriculture, are beneficial practices for the promotion of soil health and the production of healthy, nutritious food, and for the long-term sustainability of agricultural systems. The global consequences of intensive agricultural practices include climate change, water scarcity, and loss of biodiversity. Importantly, these practices can contribute to increased greenhouse gas emissions, depletion of water resources, and destruction of natural habitat, threatening the environmental stability and biodiversity of the plant. Here are practical tips for adopting sustainable eating habits, such as knowing the food supply chain, choosing local and seasonal products, favoring a plant-based diet, and reducing food waste. Small everyday gestures can contribute to a positive impact on the environment and promote greater awareness in adopting sustainable food choices. Key points include the importance of supporting small local farmers and promoting sustainable agricultural practices to preserve biodiversity and foster community resilience. Finally, the crucial role of educating young people on sustainable food practices and their potential as agents of change through informed choices and activism is highlighted. Here we leave you some references in case you want to deepen the topic. Thanks so much for making it to the end.